Hello and welcome to a brand new video. In this new video series I will be doing Fruity Loops tutorials. My friend has asked me to do some because he's just got it, so I'm doing this for him and for anybody else out there. If you're excited for a brand new video, give it a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification to be reminded of whenever I upload a brand new video, and without further ado, let's roll those credits and let's jump in to the action. So as I said in the intro, I will be doing Fruity Loops tutorials. Now what I would like to point out is that I'm not the greatest music producer in the world. I don't know everything there is to know about Fruity. There's a lot that I still need to learn myself. But what I can do is pass on the knowledge that I have gained over the last couple of years from using Fruity. Now what I have done is I have booted up a brand new empty template here, project even. I have filled certain things out, so I've added some bits here, and I've also gone into the mixer and I've taken the time and I've placed everything there. So this is normally how I would structure a song. So this is how I would begin. So I've got all my percussions here, except for this because that's obviously a bass sidechain. Let me just recolor that a second to gold. So there we are, that is a bass sidechain. I will have another sidechain in here, depending on what I'm going to do for the lead. But at the moment, we're not even going to worry about that. We're going to worry about the first 16 of the intro, and the second 16 with my kick and percussions. But the most important thing is we need to get some loops, samples, and that stuff in here. First things first though, that I would like to point out is I am going to change the BPM of this track. It is going to be a UK hardcore, so if that's not your thing, that's fine. I can always do an EDM one, but for now it will be UK hardcore. So the first thing I need to do is I need to change the BPM by going up here and changing it to 170. Oh, not 171, 170. Now, I was having a little fiddle earlier. Now these are the samples that come originally when you open FL. I don't need any of these and I won't be using any. So I'm going to delete them. Now, if you highlight them all like that, you hold down Alt and Delete, and then you click OK. Job done. Why is there a sampler in there? What is this? No idea. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. Okay, can't delete. Oh, it was sunny a second ago. So I'm going to use my very own kick, the modify kick. Now as you can see that there's a little bit of a tail end at the end. I don't want the tail end. So there's one of two ways of cutting this. So the first way is by holding down Control, clicking on it so it goes red. You could either get this, so click on this here, which is the slip tool, hover over the end, hold down Alt, and you can drag it like this, just to cut off that tail end. Or you can click on the slice tool and just go slice. And what that will then do is get rid of all of that. Don't need that. But I don't want to get off too much of the tail, I just want to get off the last little bit, so I'm going to take it to about there. Now what I need to do is I now need to put this into the mixer. I need to put it on a channel. So this is what this, so when you click on the sound, this is the options that you get. You can pitch the kick. I don't want to pitch the kick. Obviously your time, your multiplicator, and then there's some other bits here, but I'm not interested in any of this. I'm only interested in this little box here. Click, drag, so that it's on channel 1. So obviously my kick is on channel 1. I can then double click on this, which will bring up my mixer. I don't want this on channel 1 because this is, even though that's there, that is not in use at all. This will not be used. I don't know, why are you bringing that up? I don't want to do that. I want to just click that. This is not being used at all. It's just there so that where these black markers are, that's where so with my bass section, these will run through just this. My filters and my FXs and stuff will run through this, not my filters, just my FXs. My lead will run through this. Strings, piano, and if I have a vocal, they will run through this. And then the master channels, or the sub-masters that I refer to them as, will run through the main master. However, this one here is not in use at all. I've only got it there to separate everything. So I want to put my kick on number 2. So as you can see, this is now highlighted. So what I would like to do is get my kick, highlight there, go back into the mixer, press play in a second. Oh, hang on. Another thing as well, when you open a fresh FL, you'll notice that the Fruity limiter is on. Go to replace, click none, because it will limit the capabilities of the sounds in the track. So I need to EQ the kick. So I'm going to get my EQ. Now as you can see, that it's very meaty down this end, which is where the kick should be. So also with a kick, you want it around about 6 decibels. So I'm going to keep playing it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of a fruity compressor. Now I already have pre-made samples. I always forget which one it is. I've got a specific one in there that I use, and I always forget which one it is. I spend like 4.5 hours just going through. There we are, got it. So now we have our kick sorted. Yep, kick is now sorted. Happy days. We need to get some more. So these are all my sample packs on the side over here. Big Lover of Vengeance. So what I want now is I want a ride. Not that kind of ride, a different ride. Okay, I want something more like tss, 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 tss. So many rides in there, is that cracky? Okay, let's go in here. It's a bit more like it. Now I don't need all of that, so I'm going to cut it there. Now your ride will always go on the same places as your kick. So let's go into here and put this on number 3. Oh, wrong one. Now there's one of 2 ways you can EQ this. You can either EQ it down here, or you can go into your FX and you can EQ it with an EQ there. What I like to do is I like to EQ it here. And then get rid of that, don't need that. Right, that is by far, that is not the right one. Nope, that's not the right one either. That's not bad. Now what I'm doing is I'm cutting off any bits over here that I don't want. Fantastic. Now we are on to our hi-hats. Now your hi-hat will always go on where the bass goes. Oh god, no. It's not bad. So this goes on channel 4. And turn it down. Oh, by the way, when I click that init song with this position, what that does is, if I was to change the volume, it will always go back to where I originally put it. No, that's not right. I know where there's a good hi-hat. Days, boys and girls and boys. Now onto our clap. I'm just going to use that one there for now. Now, oh goodness me, that's a bit big. But then again, that is what she said. So your clap will always go on the second kick. Always on the second kick. So now we need to EQ this bad boy. So this goes on number 5. Sounds like a lot going on there. Yeah, there is. So hopefully everybody's keeping up at the moment. So we've got our kick, our ride, our hi-hat and our clap at the moment. What we need next, we need a loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over to there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all this and all this. I'm actually going to move that over to there. And move this to there. So this isn't going to be our introduction, this is our second 16, but I always like to work on this first, because if I can get all the elements right here, I can then concentrate on what comes before it. So that's normally what I do. So I will, as you can see, I am working in 4 bars. So you've got 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bars, 4. And as you can see, every 1 bar, so that is 1 bar, there are 4 beats per bar. So we have 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bars. So in there, there are 16 bars within 16 beats. Sorry, within within 4 bars. Sorry. So what we need now, we need a nice little loop to play underneath all of this. This is always the fun part. I kind of like that. Now, it is not time stretched correctly at this point. This, I know for a fact that this will be 2 bars long, so this is 2 bars. And as you can see, it's actually hanging over, so you want to double click on it, go up here to time, right click on time, and click 2 bars, as you can probably tell, it has just gone from being there to there. You then go to pitch, right click, reset. Watch this, see it changed just. Go into here, and we're going to put that on number 6. So I'm only going to play this. I'm not a big fan, I don't like this. I would like to do. So I'm going to get rid of that hi-hat and drop that in there. Why did I drop it in there? Mainly because we want, with the progression of the song, you need transitions, fills, little tiny elements like that that will help the progression of the song, because you've had one thing, then you have like a little bit in the middle, like what I've done there, and it basically tells the listener that it's going into something else. So there's more, or it's going into something different. Obviously, as we go on with this video, or this video series, I will change a fair amount of this, but I will always do it in a video so that you can see what I'm doing. That's the first thing. So I'm happy with how that sounds. Guarantee you at some point I won't be happy with how it sounds, but for the time being I am happy with how it sounds. So what I then normally do is I will go to the mixer and I will see that my bass is on channel 10, the sub-master. So I got the pattern, drag it up until you see pattern 10, right click on it, rename and color, and type the word in bass, because that's where my bass is going to go, and click enter. And then you're going to drag it up to number 11, and I'm going to go into here. You're going to right click on this box here, so this little box here, right click on it and click add filter group and type in bass, and boom, what it does then is it opens a new lot of samples, which I will then import myself. And by putting it on channel 11, I'm putting that on a separate pattern. So if I was to put it on channel 1, or pattern 1 as an example, where if I had a kick playing there, the bass and the kick would play at the exact same time, and I don't want that. So I just want my bass playing there. So now I do have bass samples. I also want Nexus, and I would like a layer. So close Nexus, click add, and go to my phone's ringing and I don't recognize the number, so I'm not going to answer it. So open layer, you'll see set children, show children, okay? You want to highlight them all like this and click set children. I also need, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and put this on high end, number 13 and number 11. Now I want these to run through this, not the main master channel, which is this one here, okay? So I go to 13, click on this little arrow here. What that does is it links this channel to this channel, and then I'll turn that off. So this channel is only linked to this one, but then this one is playing through the master. So I'll do that with all of them. But the bass master is still being played. Now I need to crossfade these, otherwise they will just play continuously, and that's not a good thing. So what I am going to do is I'm going to turn those off. Oh crikey. Right click, piano roll. And now it's time to find a nice key to put the bass in. Let's try a second. That's nice. I am going to sidechain this and I will show you, but I want to make sure I get the sounds right first. So as you can see, they're both playing through this. So we're going to go to number 12. I'm going to EQ it. I'm going to add a sound goodizer on it, just to beef up the sound a little bit. And I'm going to turn it down to about there. So first things first, I want to mute the sound goodizer because I only want to EQ it. Let's turn it back up again. Sounds decent. And then turn it back down again. Oh, bugger. Sounds nice. And then back into here and do the exact same with this one here on number 13. EQ it and sound goodize it. Turn that off. EQ it first. Off. And now we're going to make our sub bass with Nexus. Oh hell no. But then what I want to do is I want to go back into it. Now what I was doing earlier, when I was clicking on this and I was fiddling with the keys down here, don't left click, you want to right click, and that will change the keynote. And now, once that's done, I now need to go into the master channel and EQ it again with everything playing. I'm going to stabilize it. And I'm now going to place it down here. So let's have a listen to what it sounds like now. I'm going to show you how to sidechain. So you want to move it over and make this 3 notes long, and when you play it, not very tasty, I know. So on my bass channel, I want to go down here and I want to get a fruity balance, and on my bass sidechain I would like a peak controller. There she is. So I need that open, go back to bass, get my fruity balance open. Let's move the balance there and that there. Right. So I'm going to click on volume, right click, click link to controller. You'll get some options. Click on none, go down to peak controller. It tells me where it is as well. So it's fruity peak controller on bass SC sidechain. Click peak, click there, and put it to inverted. So what basically is gonna happen, I just realised I've made a boo-boo. I need on channel 10, we need something for the sidechain to connect to. So I'm gonna put this on number 8. Channel 9, I apologise, the sidechain. Right click, piano key, or piano roll, sorry, and I'm just going to put these notes in there. Because what that's going to do is, even though the bass is 3 notes long, so let's say it's there, with the kick being 2 notes long, it's going to cut off one of those beats. And by inverting it, what you are effectively doing is you're kind of filtering that one key, or that one extra note, one extra beat. You kind of like, it's going to be like ramping it in. So if this works, and it should, there's no reason why it wouldn't and shouldn't. So link to controller, peak input, or invert, sorry. I already have side chains ready. Hopefully this works and doesn't break on me again like it occasionally does. So there's my side chain. No, that's not my side chain, that's my bass. That's my side chain. Now let's see if it works. No, it hasn't worked. That's fine though. That's fine. But what you can see it working there. So that's side chaining it too much. As you can hear that it's ramping in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this over here because we don't need that for the minute. We want to work on the intro. So your intro doesn't have to be 16 bars long. My intros usually are 16 bars long. I do want the bass actually. I also want to get rid of that one bar there and get rid of that one bar there because we don't need these end bars. I'm going to open the mixer, I'm going to click on bass, I'm going to click on filter. I'm going to turn the resonance off, the high pass off, and I'm going to right click here and click create automation clip, just for our introduction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that down there, turn this down here, I'm going to make another bit there, because what that will do is it will tell the next bass that needs to be turned back on again. So basically I'm just filtering the bass in. I'm going to put the tension down a little bit, so when we play it, I'm actually going to clone that, get rid of this bass here, because that's like our main straight bass, number 12. I'm going to copy this and we're going to change this bass a little bit. So we're going to make it 4 bars long. And then we're going to change it here slightly and have 1 bar there and 1 bar there. Just in here. Now what I will say is I don't want anything on this bar and on this bar, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut that end off of those bits there. Boom. I always have my ride in my intro. I'm going to get rid of that 1 bar there, and I'm going to get rid of that bar there. Just realised. Because there's no bass on this bar here, I need to bring it in a bit more. And then it stops and then goes into the next part. So what else do we want on our introduction? It's an intro, you can have anything you want. Let's have a little look at what we got in here. Eight-bar up filter. Now I know it is an 8-bar filter, so this is your 8 bars, but it's hanging over by quite a good amount. So you want to right click here again, click 4 bars, re-stretch it back to 8 bars, double click again, click time, or pitch, I apologize, re-pitch it. I'm also gonna try and filter it in at the beginning by using this, so you'll see the beginning drop a little bit, or a lot. I then want to put this here. I'm then going to right click, double click, I'm going to double click here on the mixer when it comes up. So my riser goes on 17 and runs through the main mixer, main FX sub master. So 17, boom. Turn it down. I'm going to EQ it. Don't like that sound. It's just re-stretched itself, but that is a-okay, because you go back to time, click 4, and then once it's finished, re-drag it to there. Happy days. Double click on it. I'm going to turn it down slightly a bit more. But I want more on my intro, I really do. That doesn't look so good. Vocal loops.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I want some of that actually.
Here we go. 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 Here we go.
I want. Actually, undo that slice a minute. Double click to 2 bars, repitch it, champion. I'm going to cut it there and there, because I think that is the bit where it says here we go.
Here we go, 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 here we go.
Right. So I know my vocal is on 40, so I'm going to put this on 41. 41 down there, there we go. And I'm going to send this through there and turn it off there.
Here we go, 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 here we go.
Can EQ it as always.
Here we go, 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 here we go. Here we go, 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 here we go.
Turn it down a bit.
Here we go, 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 here we go.
And I want that there. No, not there. In here somewhere.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I need something else in here to help the flow continue moving forwards. Let's have a look at these drum loops. Let's have a look at percussion. Stretch that to 2 bars as well. And put this on the loop, which is on number 6, I believe. Number 6. And then I'm going to cut them down. I also want that again, bugger it, but I only want the last few bits. we don't need that bit of nothingness in there. So I'm going to cut it there and remove the nothingness.
Here we go.
We need a, so 7, so pattern 7. We need a snare roll. Now, if I want to go back to unsorted, I'm going to replace that with Nexus, because it's got a really nice snare in air. Drum singles. Is it drum singles? I didn't click on drum singles. Would help if I did. Go all the way down. Snare 1. Put this on channel 7. And piano roll. Make those smaller. I want a paintbrush. Oh, actually no, I don't. Oh, I want to do this. Right. Let's have a listen. Actually, no, let's not have a listen. I'm missing one thing. One thing. Make that 1 bar. Repitch it. Put it on number 18 because that's where my fills go, my fills channel. Run that through the FX channel itself. Turn it down. I'm not going to use that, I've used it before. Again, 1 bar, repitch it, and number 18 on the mixer. Now let's give this a whirl, shall we? Oh. all my automations. I don't like a messy project, so all my automations come all the way down there. So I know it's there, it's still there. So what we now need are some sweeps up here. So I'll do some sweeps, get them in, and I think I'll end the video there for the time being, and we'll move on in the next video. How big is that? Again, quite big. So I want to put this on channel 16. I want to run it through the FX channel again, and I want to turn it down. That's nice. I want to reverse it. Put it back on 16. So. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to add anything new to the project. I'm not going to touch the project in any way until I open it in the next video. There is one thing I do want to do though quickly. I'm really, really sorry. I don't want all of that. I also don't want all of this. Why are you doing that, you crazy lady? Why am I doing that, children? Well, I want to put a fill in there. Ooh. That goes on 19 because it's something different to a fill. Even though I'm using it technically as a fill, 19 goes on other. I'll sort it, don't worry. I want to cut this kick down a bit though. So there. And we go into this. There we go, turn it down. So as I said, I will be leaving the project there. I will be saving this. So the first thing I want to do, oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, that's fine. Ah. I'm going to name this. The title is YouTube tutorial by me, your boy, Mr. Modifier, and the genre of music will be UK hardcore. Bosh. So if you have enjoyed this video and you have found it helpful, please do give it a big fat thumbs up. Please subscribe and hit that bell notification to be notified of when I upload another video, and I will see you in another video. God, the weather's appalling. It was sunny